Ayan, so wait, before we start, maganda nga yung question nito ni Luna Celestine. What's the difference po between freelance and virtual assistant? So, hindi siya siguro the difference between freelance and virtual assistant. It's just going to be a question of what type of job you are looking for. So, ang hahanapin nyo ba na job is gusto nyo ba mag-work directly sa company tapos meron bang concept ng full-time, part-time, contractual? Or gusto mo ba na hindi ka tied sa isang schedule? Meaning contractual ka. So, forget the freelance, forget the terminologies they're all telling you. Basically, isipin mo lang, pag tumingin ka lang dun sa job post, do you want it full-time? Do you want it part-time? Do you want it contractual? Yun lang yun. Wag na kayo malito sa lahat ng mga questions niya. Yun. So, last question natin before we start. Mark Alzen Maurico, pa-discuss po yung about sa resume profile optimization. Yes, that's going to be in day 3. So, reminder lang, day 3 po yung profile optimization. Yan. So, let's go ahead and start. As mentioned, this is not yet perfect. Gusto ko syempre na maayos siya, diba? And there's so many things I want to share with all of you. But yun nga, all of you are people that I want to really be able to coach. And meaning that, kung meron kayong suggestions on how to make this better, please let me know because I would really love to be able to figure out exactly how we can make sure that people are able to grow their careers at home. Kasi for me, andito yung anak ko, I'm able to see her, lahat ng challenges na yun. I mean, it's really hard, but oh my God, it's so beautiful that I don't have to go out in the traffic. I can see my daughter grow. So, kung kailangan kong umalis, nandun ako sa beach, at ako yung laptop ko, there's challenges, but oh my God, it's really, really worth it. So, I want to be able to learn how to coach each and every one of you to be able to build this career. There's going to be a lot of challenges, ha? So, hindi ako tulad ng ibang online course na magsasabi, uy, walang ko challenge, easy lang yan. Guys, no, hindi yon. What I'm going to teach you is how to not give up, ha? Yun yung ito-teach ko sa inyo, how to not give up. Kasi yun naman talaga yung trabaho natin, not to give up. Yan. So, ayun, so start na tayo. So, hi guys, I am Coach Nori. So, 10 years ago, ito yung exact Starbucks restaurant sa Cubao na tinignan ko nung bata pa lang ako, diba? So, nung bata ako noon, call center, tapos college dropout, pagod sa traffic, di diba? Titingin ka dun sa mga stores ng mamahal-mahal and you're like, oh my God, ang dami sa inyo, may laptop, may computer. Kumikita ba kayo? Nag-aaral pa kayo? Bakit may laptop at computer? Ako gutom ako, gusto ko pong kumain, pero hindi. Kailangan ko mag-commute, kailangan ko pupunta sa trabaho, wala akong magawa. So, it's fascinating or it's really interesting at natutuwa ko na this kid from years ago na tumitingin lang doon sa Starbucks, yan, guys, kasama ko na yung anak ko, and ayan, may Starbucks na rin ako, diba? So, it's very, very interesting na ngayon, may Starbucks na ako sa bahay. Okay? So, basically, what type of online job helps people who are beginners, helps people who are college dropouts, helps people who are undergraduates, helps people who are call center have an opportunity to start working at the comforts of their home, even if, not just comforts of their own home, but have the opportunity to work with different companies all around the world and build their career sa bahay, right? So, what type of online job? Casino? Gambling? Ano ba yan? Hindi guys, hindi tayo pupunta doon kasi hindi to quick win. Ito, trabaho talaga siya. Career talaga siya. So, before anything, explain ko muna bakit merong trabaho, diba? So, ang alam kasi natin is that kung gusto natin kumita, kailangan natin pumunta sa office, magtrabaho, and then after working, babalik sa bahay, and then babalik doon sa work. Tapos, kikita tayo, diba? Yun ang alam natin. So, syempre, ang hirap niya. Kasi kahit na pumunta tayo doon, nung ako nga dati, alam mo ba, yung kita ko dati, 8,000 per month, diba? So, masaya na ako sa 8,000. Pero akala ko, normal yun, diba? But here's the beautiful part about it. Technology is actually getting better. Kita nyo nga yung phones nyo, di ba? Ang dami nyo nang nagagawa sa phones nyo na hindi siya kaya dati. So, since technology is getting way, way better, it is now possible to work with someone halfway across the world. Kahit na nasa Amerika yan, sa Europe yan, sa China yan, sa Japan yan, kahit saan yan, pwede ka nang makipagtrabaho or to work with companies like them. And as a result, companies from other countries are able to hire people dito sa Philippines. Okay? And the beautiful part about it is that these countries are usually first world or second world countries. Naghahanap sila ng murang tao na pwede nilang ma-hire. Sa kanila, mura yon, pero sa atin, woo! Salamat po sa pera, di ba? So, Because they are able to pay a high value on their end, and since first world country sila, malaki yung kinikita natin. So the big question is that, how do we become deserving of them hiring us? Okay? So here's the biggest problem. All of these things are not going to be taught to you in schools. Nagtanong na ako sa mga estudyante, guys, hindi talaga to tinuturo sa school kung paano mag-work sa isang digital environment. Kasi ang tinuturo at alam ng mga teachers sa school is paano mag-work sa isang physical office. Tapos hindi lang yun, pati yung mga trabaho natin, yung parents natin, most of them just works in a physical office. So, tapos hindi lang yun, kung titingnan mo naman yung TikTok natin, titingnan mo yung mga ads natin, lahat-lahat, each online course that we are getting is that they tell you, uy, alamin yung skills mo na to. Pag alam mo yung skills na yun, uy, lalaki na yung pera mo. Uy, hindi, alamin mo na lang yung skills na to. Pag itong skill yung matutunan mo, uy, lalaki na yung pera mo, diba? Mali yun. Kasi ang gusto lang nila is bentahan ng kayo ng skills. But here's the thing. I am not just going to teach you skills. I am going to help you create a better starting point. Kasi it is not enough for you to know the skills kung hindi mo naman alam kung saan ba yung best way kung saan ka magsa-start, diba? So long story short, I'm going to help you build your career. Okay? So basically, this is why I built this FP group. So this FP group is going to be filled over the next couple of weeks, the next couple of days with different types of activities of what it is like to work in a home-based job. So ang goal ko nito is syempre yung mga activities na yun, una, simple lang siya. And of course, as the group gets to learn, the activity or the difficulty of the activity also increases. So this way, as a group, we're all able to learn together. And on my end, I'm also able to learn how to coach all of you better. So the goal is that you're supposed to make your mistakes here on this Facebook group. Okay? And the beautiful part about that is that, syempre, pwede rin kayong makakuha ng coaching. Free coaching, guys. Kita mo yan, free lahat yan. Free coaching lang yan. So, my goal is that, not just me, if we have enough members in this group, I'll be able to work with different coaches all around the Philippines or maybe in other countries as well to be able to train or to be able to coach all of the people here. Okay? So, how can you help me get more people to coach us? So, one, please please answer the polls kasi that would help me know what you guys want. Number two, please join the activities kasi it would get me to understand what level of activities you need, level of activities you need coaching with as well. What is the purpose of this 3-day training? The first goal is in day 1 is this career for me. Day 2, ang focus natin is can I follow digital instructions? And day 3, how do I apply to get hired? So my goal for this 3-day period is that if you want to quit, wag muna. Okay? It's too early. Okay, ulitin ko ha, my goal for these 3 days, sorry nag-goal ulit siya, mali yung typing dito. So, if you want to quit, wag muna. Okay? Kung mag-quit kayo for 1 second, 2 seconds, 5 hours, pero wag muna, okay? Wag tuloy-tuloy. Kasi it's too early. Because I'm going to create a form so you can submit your questions and concerns so that this way I can help you be able to know how you can move forward kung whatever it is that you're having a hard time with, okay? Kasi ang goal natin for day 1 is to figure out, is this for me? So, at the end of this thing, excited pa ba kayo na mag-work online or ayaw mo na? So if excited ka ba, as mentioned, please just focus here sa Facebook group. It's a safe place for you to make mistakes. Kahit na mag-give up ka, kahit na mahihain ka, kahit na wrong grammar ka, please go make your mistake. Kasi ang coaching ko sa inyo is how you can slowly learn how to give high quality service. Okay? So ang dami kong dada, diba? So let's start na talaga. Ito, I promise, let's start na talaga dito sa day 1. Okay. So, sa mga tao na mahihain, sa mga tao na natatakot, sa mga taong barok na English, guys, 3 lang yung things na kailangan nyo i-focus bago kayo mag-apply. And these 3 things are basically, number 1, your skills, meaning what service are you offering. Number 2, your equipment, what you use to work. Ayan, so sorry, okay. So skills, equipment, what you use to work, and lastly is your online profile, meaning what is it like to work with you. So start muna tayo sa skills. So most online courses are going to teach you on focusing on the hard skills. So what is hard skills? Ito yung mga naririnig yun na words na, guys, matuto lang kayo sa SEO. Paano ba kayo mag-update ng website? General virtual assistant, social media, administrative tasks, calendar, how do you learn these apps? At yung mga apps na Trello, Shopify, etc. Learn AI kasi kung hindi kayo mag-AI, malulugi kayo, matatagalan kayo. Guys, to be honest, it is wrong. It is wrong. It is wrong to focus on the hard skills first. So, why is that? Basically, years ago, and for a lot, marami akong kakilala na kaming lahat college dropouts kami, and we're already earning 6 digits ha. What we did is that we focused on our character and personality. Kasi naman, kung maraming tao dyan, magagaling, edi ano lang ba yung maibibigay mo? Character ko na lang po at personality, diba? So, ang binibigay namin sa kanila is, we can give you a better experience. Kahit na magaling yan, guys, ako may passion. Kahit na magaling yan, guys, ako I go above and beyond. Kahit na magaling yan, even if wala akong alam, I will do my best to make sure that we will be able to solve the problems together. So, long story short, character and personality muna ang i-grow nyo kung beginner kayo and you have no way to battle against people who have really, really good skills. And don't worry, I'm going to be teaching all of this with you pag nag-join ka na, as long as you stay dito sa Facebook group ko. And why is this important? This is because when someone interviews you, whether it's the CEO, whether it's an agency, an interviewer, the interviewer's goal is not just to check your skills. An interviewer's goal is actually to figure out, anong tao na to, maganda ba yung character niya? Maganda ba yung work ethics niya? And why is that? So, back then, back then when I used to interview a lot of people then, I have a checklist of questions. And yung checklist of questions ko, trap questions yan kumbaga, inaalam ko if how well can you communicate. So kahit na barok yung English na tao, like my best example was I hired someone in India, barok yung English niya, as in literally parang pupunta na ako dun sa mic ko para intindihin yung gusto niyang sabihin. But her energy, like she was saying, yeah, ganyan. So it was very, very energetic. So even if I couldn't understand her English, but I could feel her passion or excitement with being able to work with a company, tapos kahit papano she understands the basic skills, dude, siya yung na-hire. Kahit na yung merong isang tao na sinasabi niya, ma'am, I actually have all of this experience. I have an expertise with this. I already have a certification for this. I actually trained the online course for ganyan. No, we did not hire that person. We hired the other girl, diba? So, sabi pa nga niya sa akin, just to give you a heads up, 2 years po kung hindi nagtatrabaho as an Amazon specialist. But I can guarantee you na once I come in, I'm going to put my all into making sure that your Amazon account is handled well. So, syempre, kahit na yung isang person na yon na meron siyang experience, but this person shows dedication, guys, siya yung hinire namin. Kahit na itong girl na to, ang galing-galing na niya in terms of skills, diba? So, long story short, ang hinahanap namin as interviewers is basically your character. Okay? We're looking for the company to grow, and as a result, we need people who has good character, good work ethics, in order to be able to grow. Now, don't worry, sabi mo, hala, wala akong good character, walang good ethics, hindi ko ako ma-hire. Guys, alam mo ba, galing ako sa call center, diba? So, syempre, marami akong mga techniques doon na hindi tama. And here's the thing, even if I had all of those techniques that weren't correct, I learned how to be able to convert it all into a digital skill, and as a result, ako pa yung kinukuha ng mga tao from different countries. So, long story short, it's not about yung language mo, it's not about yung skills mo, it's really about your energy, how you communicate, your character, your work ethics, how can you show it? You can beat any person that has experience, okay? So, long story short, ang person that has experience is that they would tell you, this is my skill. But a person with no experience, you have no choice but really to showcase your character, which is to say something along the lines of, my passion is to help your business grow. Wala kayong choice. Kahit na gusto nyo mag-skills kayo, talo agad kayo sa isang tao na merong experience. What I'll teach you is how to increase the level of quality of your service, the experience of working with you, so that ikaw yung mahahire, ikaw yung magsa-stand out and not those person with your experience, with a lot of experience. So long story short, personal and character is basically your digital work ethics. Okay? So I'll be teaching that all throughout this course. The first thing you need to learn is, number 1, your communication skills. Important yan ha, kasi you're going to be talking to someone in another country. So, nakikita mo ba siya? Pwede ka ba magsulat sa kanya ng love letter? Hindi po, di ba? So, sometimes merong verbal, meaning, minsan kailangan mo mag-talk kay sir kasi kailangan mong i-explain sa kanya kung ano nangyari. Minsan kailangan mong isulat sa kanya din kung anong nangyari. So, of course, you have to learn how to communicate digitally. And don't worry, there are so many apps there that you could use na kahit na barok-barok yung English mo, pag linagay mo dun sa app na yun, uy, parang akala mo, ang galing-galing mo na, diba? So, I will teach you all of these apps that you can use na kahit na barok ka, kahit na hindi mo alam kung anong gagawin, you can turn whatever language you have into something that is really, really good. Okay? Next one, when you communicate, it's a question of how do you solve problems, how do you communicate yung mga reports when you're working with a company. Next one is you need to know how to organize and present data. So mapapansin nyo dito, I'm not focused on hard skills. These are soft skills. Ito yung maraming tao nakakakalimot nito because these skills are what reaches you to 6 digits, guys. Ha? Yung communication, yung pag-organize at present. Because a lot of people just think that you're supposed to just do the job. But what if for you, you can organize it better. You can present things better. When you know how to present things better, umaakyat yung value ng ginagawa mo. So example, kung isang tao, nagbigay lang siya kanya ng Excel sheet dun sa boss niya, ako, lalagyan ko siya ng kulay, di ba? Para at least naman feeling niya na, ay, nag-effort si girl. Or for example, merong isang tao, sabi niya, update mo lang yung website. Ay, hindi po. In-update ko na rin yung kabilang webpage na to kasi feeling ko kailangan siya in relation to it. So kahit na hindi niya tinanong sa akin, I'm organizing things in the company. And as a result, nagpapansin yung effort ko for the company. And I don't know how many times na nagsistart ako sa company na may sweldo ko, tapos biglang madodoble siya. So yung pinaka-favorite ko talaga is I started as part-time work, 25,000 siya. Tapos nagulat ko after 2 weeks, bilang inakyat na ng 50K, diba? So syempre tuwang-tuwa ako. So anyway, that is the beauty of organization and presentation. Because all you need to do is that when everyone else is just showing a blank template, gagandahin mo lang siya. Yun, kasi tumataas yung value ng work mo. Next one is going to be research. Okay? Ito ang pinaka-important. And a lot of times, you will not know the information. A lot of times, wala kang matatanungan. Hindi tulad sa office na, sir, ano ba sabi ni sir? Ano ba pininabi niya? Uy, pwede bang patingin yung ginagawa mo? Diba? Parang sa classroom. Walang ganyan. So, your cheatmate is basically Google. Your cheatmate is basically YouTube. So, you have to learn how to research in YouTube and Google para you know how to find the information. And syempre, habang nag-research ka, syempre nabulantang ka, diba? You're like, oh my God, ang daming kailangang alamin. Hindi ko kaya to. Baka hindi ko kaya to. Hindi ko na alam. Ayoko na, suko na ako. Guys, pag sumuko na kayo, remember what I said? Message me dito sa Facebook group. Kasi guys, it's too early to quit, ha? It's too early to quit. Ako magre-remind sa kayo na huwag muna kayong sumuko. It's too early to quit. If ever may matutunan ako sa inyo to help you understand things, tuturuan ko kayo, okay? So, do not quit, okay? So, yan. Sorry, magpo-plug in lang ako ng konti. So, kasi kailangan ko ng pambili ng Starbucks ko, di ba? kasi mahal yung Starbucks. So, kung merong mga dyan, willing naman sponsor ng Starbucks. Ayan, 499 class. Ang goal ko kasi dito is that, pag mag-a-apply kayo, tapos, hindi nyo alam kung anong gagawin nyo sa first 3 months. So, meron na akong mga checklist of things that you can do so that in the first 3 months, mawawaw sa'yo yung boss mo. And in that period, meron niyang 1 year unlimited access sa lahat ng mga skills at activities na gusto kong ipakita. So, parang test run siya. So, take note lang ha, na sa 499 class na to, I'm really planning to increase the price to 999 or 1999. Mura lang siya ngayon kasi kailangan ko ng pambili. Ang hirap po magagawa ng mga files at saka mga stuff na to. So, yun nga lang, kailangan ko lang ng pambili. Yun lang. So, kung meron dito willing mag-sponsor, G, pabigay naman, okay? So, yan. So, now that's out of the way, how are you supposed to increase your income? Okay. So, there is no shortcut to it, but basically, it is a battle of skills. Wala yan. Wala kang magagawa. Battle po yan. Kahit nasabihin na hindi naman battle yan. Battle po yan. Okay? Parang healthy competition pa. So, ang mangyayari doon, merong isa, maganda yung ginawa. Ikaw naman, uy, ang ganda ng ginawa mo. Sige, gandahin ko na rin. Tapos sasabihin niya, ay, ginadahan niya sa kanya. O, sige, gandahin ko na rin. It's a battle of skills. Okay? So, there are 3 levels of skills that you have to learn. One is the entry level, one is the mid-level, and the last is the senior level. So, sa entry level, minimal or zero experience ka pa lang. Ibig sabihin, you're only going to be dealing with basic administrative tasks. Or, kung halimbawang may boss, papasok ka, sasabihin ng sa'yo ng boss, uy, ito na yung instructions, sundin mo lang. So, dahil entry level ka lang, ang trabaho mo is you go in, go out, go in, go out, yun na yung gagawin mo. Yun, may fixed task ka na gagawin. And dahil fix yung task mo, you have very low accountability and you barely have to make any decisions. Now, dahil low yung accountability, low lang yung decision making mo, you'll only be able to charge clients $250 to $600 per month. So, sa mga nagtatanong, how do you compute that? So, ang gagawin nyo lang, gagawin nyo nandito, US dollar to Philippine peso. Yan. So, paggawa niyan, kung halimbawa nakita nyo sa job at $250, i-type nyo yung $250. So, kanina, $600, ganyan. So, that's how you compute kung magkano ba talaga yung dollar value niya. So, take note ha, nag-iiba to every day. So, tanong nyo sa boss nyo if they're paying you in dollar, kung nagbabago ba every month din yung sweldo mo. Okay? So, the question is that, paano ka din mag-graduate from entry level to the next level? So, isa lang po yung solusyon dyan. If they give you a predefined set of tasks, do something that they did not expect you to do. So, for example, back then sa akin, nag-start ako as customer support. Okay? Customer support ako nag-start, email lang ako, text lang ako, etc. Yun lang. And I was just expected to answer the emails. But, as I was answering the emails, na-realize ko, uy, walang nag-update ng website. Sir, pwede po bang matanong how I'm supposed to update the website? Meron po bang nag-update? Ay, wala ba? Ako na lang po mag-update. And as a result, because I updated the website, nagkaroon ako ng skill to be able to learn how to update on that specific website. And as a result, as I kept doing that, napansin ng boss ko that I was very proactive. And nung nagkaroon ng opening dun sa job, I was the first person that got promoted, diba? Or I also have a lot of experiences wherein binigyan lang ako ng parang basic task. And then may napansin lang ako na, uy, kung halimbawa ginawa ba natin ganitong way, mapapadali ba siya? So tatanong ko sa boss ko, I noticed po na pag ginawa natin to, mas mabilis yung process. Can you try it out? And dahil sinubukan namin yun, nagulat sila is nag-increase yung revenue ng company kasi mas napabilis yung process, diba? So, ang laki ng impact sa company na sa result, yun nga, tumaas din yung sweldo ko. And I don't know how many times I've done this. And this is basically the reason why you've always heard stories of people who are working online na biglang sinabi ng boss nila, binigyan kita ng laptop, binigyan kita ng bonus, binigyan kita ng ganyan. Because, binigyan sila ng bonus because they were just expected to do this level of task. They weren't given an incentive of money in the first place. Tumulong lang sila sa company. And because the people in the US were like, oh my God, I'm so grateful that you were helping me. Tinaasan nila yung sweldo ng tao na yon. And for me and a lot of people na kami, mga college dropouts kami, that's basically what we did. Kasi beginner kami, we are not expected to do anything big. We are expected to fail. And because we are expected to fail, hindi na ako natatakot to mag-edit. Kasi expected mo naman, diba, na mag-fail ako. And if we don't fail, oh my God, thank you po sir, binigyan niyo po ako ng touchscreen na laptop. Yon. So guys, binigyan po talaga ako ng touchscreen na laptop. So, now that you graduated from the entry level, next is going to be your mid-level where, syempre, as you get more tasks, nag-handle na kayo ng much harder, complex responsibilities. Uy, ano yan? Basically, manager. Yung mga tao dyan nakaabot ng TL, mga tao dyan na OOM na yan, mid-level. Mid-level, guys. So, paano kung halimbawa hindi ka mid-level? Guys, tingnan mo naman ako, ahead lang ako dati. Minsan, bagsak pa nga ako doon, di ba? Minsan, halimbawa, pag may mga sagot dun sa di ko na alam kung nangyayari. But in the end, nasa senior level na ako. So, guys, you don't have to think about where you are right now. Just think about where you have to go and think about how you're supposed to help the company grow. Because here at mid-level is your biggest opportunity. Once your boss starts to trust you more, then you now have the ability to start new projects by yourself. Ibig sabihin, because you're now able to handle more tasks and issues, the value of your work becomes higher. Hindi ka na lang yung trabaho mo, hindi na lang siya pang entry level, pang mid-level na siya. In most cases, you have to learn na paano gagawin yun na kapag walang nagbigay ng instructions sa'yo, kaya mo ng sarili mo. So as mentioned, kung hindi mo na alam kung anong gagawin, punta ka lang sa Facebook, I'll do my best to help you out. So dahil sa sobrang inaral mo yung company, ikaw na yung point of contact or minsan ikaw na nag-handle ng team or department mo. So as a result, dahil nakaka-handle ka na ng higher level types of responsibilities, that's going to be around $600 to $1,500 per month. And syempre, ulitin natin kung paano natin, ulitin na rin natin kung paano siya makukuha. 600, so that's 34,000 to 1,500. Yan. ito na yung magiging sweldo mo, income mo. So either it could be that you are a full-time person, either you're going to be a contractual person. It really doesn't matter. Ang point lang nito is that whatever skill that you choose, as long as ito yung kaya mong gawin, so pwede SEO, website development, customer support, it really doesn't matter. Kaya sabi ko sa inyo, huwag kayong mag-focus sa hard skills. Itong mga soft skills ang i-focus nyo, because as long as you know this, it doesn't matter how many skills ang itatapon sa'yo, aalamin mo yan. Because guys, kaya ko ngayon mag-web development, customer support, kaya ko mag-order processing, kaya ko din maggawa ng mga presentation, social media, etc. Kaya ko lahat yun because I mastered the core, which is yung mga soft skills ko. So, ito yung beauty pala. So, yan, rinig yung aso. Because I am in a non-voice account, and because my boss trusts me, kahit na magtahol yung aso ko sa likod, okay lang. Hindi tulad ng ibang tao, di ba? Kailangan daw noise cancellation yung headset. Yan. So, hindi ko na inaalala yun kasi may tiwala sa akin yung boss ko. So, yan. Now, as you gain more experience, as you gain more confidence, na kahit anong iba to sa'yo, kakayanin ko po, sir. Kahit na mahirap yan, sige po, sir, kakayanin ko po yun. Umaabot ka na ngayon sa senior level. Kasi sa senior level, kaya yun na mag-strategic thinking. So, I will just go through this kasi this requires an entire video by yourself. But long story short, kaya nyo na mag-strategize, okay? So, as a result, ito yung makikita nyo na umaabot na ng 6 digits. So, I will talk about this in the coming months. For now, let us focus first on entry level and the mid level. Okay? So, ito na yung mga typical skills per skills per level. Screenshot nyo po lahat yan para you have a better idea of where you are right now and what you can do to be able to upgrade to dun sa next level nyo. Okay? Okay, next question. Ayan, wait lang. Basahin ko muna yung questions dito. Ay, wait, dami. Okay, wait, mamaya na ako babalik dito kasi ang dami pala. Okay, so, full-time or part-time? So, full-time means that you're going to be working 40 hours per week. Part-time means you're going to be working 20 to 30 hours per week. And then contractor means kosto. Meaning, nag-usap kayo sa boss mo, sabi mo, sir, pwede ba wala akong oras, pero i-make sure ko po na at the end of the month, tapos ko na yung website. Or, sir, pwede ba wala po akong oras, or pwede ba work ko na lang is from 4 p.m. to ganitong oras, pero gagaranti ko po na ganito, ganyan. So, kailangan magaling ka mag-negotiate. All I can tell you is that if you are a beginner, or you've never worked online before, or if you still are stuck with entry level or mid level, please do not go part-time and contract no matter what anyone tells you. Why? Ay, na-delete ko. So why? This is because part-time and contract work, number one, maraming mga experienced people na naglalabanan sa posisyon na yan. So you're going to waste your time looking for and applying for these positions. Automatic patay kayo dun sa mga tao na magagaling, di ba? So don't waste your time on this. Second, hindi ka pa kulang pa yung experience mo ba? You need to first be committed to a full-time role at 40 hours per week. If there's anything I will recommend to anyone that is going to start their online journey, anyone who wants to upgrade their salary level sa online jobs, guys, full-time. Unless you can fully commit to a company, unless you're fully able to commit na i-help mo yung company grow, please do not do all of these other options. Full-time lang po. Because when you learn to have the skills ng full-time, ako, back then, nakakasabay ako ng 3 full-time na trabaho. Okay? Yung first time ko mag-hit ng 6 digits was because I practiced on how to work on a 40-hour schedule. And even if 24 hours lang in a day, di ba? 24 hours in a day lang siya, I am able to get jobs na 40 hours per week siya. So back then, yung first 6 digits ko was 3 jobs. Ngayon, isa na lang, di ba? Hindi ko kinaya yung stress niya. Pero anyway, learn how to do things full-time first. Never, ever do part-time and contract. You are wasting your time. Commit to a full-time. Okay? So yan. So we talk about the different skills. The next one is going to be the equipment. So, paano yun? Sir, wala pa akong equipment. Paano yan? Wala na ba akong pag-asa sa buhay? Wala na akong pag-asa na makakapag-loan ako, or wala akong magulang na magbibigay sa akin? Wala na ba akong pag-asa? Guys, please no. Wag. Use this time to learn. Okay? I don't know why. As long there will always be an opportunity somewhere in the future na makakakuha ka ng laptop or computer. Something just happens. I don't know how many times in my more than 10 years na nag-work ako online. I don't know how many times na halos sumuko na ako kasi either nasira yung PC ko, wala na akong pag-asa. Sabi ko, paano yun? Ito yung source of income ko, wala na siya. Or I thought na, hindi na ako makakatrabaho kasi yung requirement ng job na to mas mabilis latest na PC, wala na akong pag-asa. But I kept trying to learn even if wala akong kasiguraduhan na makakuha ko ng equipment. And I don't know why, but something always happens and suddenly you have an opportunity na parang magkakaroon ka ng equipment. For other people, it's because biglang may nag-offer sa kanila ng job na equipment already provided. For other people, it's because meron silang person na willing mag-sponsor sa kanila. It doesn't matter. Don't think about that. While it's actually good na wala ka pang equipment because it is now the perfect time for you to use that downtime to be able to learn your skills. Okay? Para pag dumating na yung equipment mo, ready ka na, di ba? Ready na yan mag-apply. Okay? So, the first thing you need to prepare, very first thing you need to prepare is your internet connection. Bakit? It's what you're going to be using to communicate to people halfway across the world. Siyempre, pag walang internet, paano ka diba makakapag-communicate sa kanila? Next one is going to be your computer and laptop because dyan ka syempre nagtatrabaho. So kung pangit yung laptop mo, hindi mo or pangit yung computer mo, hindi mo magagawa yung trabaho. So always invest on your laptop and computer. And lastly is going to be your accessories. If you gain the skills for non-voice jobs, ang kailangan nyo lang is yung headset nyo. That's good to go. Hindi niya kailangan ng noise cancellation. Okay? So take note, some companies out there provide the equipment. But you have to have a mindset na hindi. Pumapalag ka, pinasal mo sa God, na please God, please let me find a company na provide ng equipment. That's good if you find one. I know someone na for some reason na pupunta siya sa mga company na provide ng equipment, diba? So, ang galing. But most companies don't. So, plan as if you cannot have this equipment and keep learning kahit na wala kang equipment. Okay? So, for your internet connection, you usually need to have this speed. So, 10 Mbps siya. DSL and fiber lang. Bakit? Anything else? Lagot ka. Okay? From experience na po yan. Huwag nyo nang subukan ng iba. So, ito yung requirement. Usually, if mag-a-apply kayo sa agency, very, very strict sila. Very, very strict. So, if you want to apply to agencies, make sure you have this ready. But, from my experience, kapag nagde-direct line ka, meaning nag-work ka to someone in the US, they have zero idea what on earth this is, diba? Ang alam lang nila, kailangan mo na, meron ka ng internet. So, for me, I've never had to worry about primary internet connection, yung mga speeds. But, if you're applying to an agency, screenshot nyo to kasi ito yung usual na minimum requirements for someone who needs to have an internet connection. Next is, some companies or agencies require you to have a secondary internet. Ibig sabihin, pag bumagsak yung PC mo, bumagsak yung internet mo kasi si PLDT, bakit ito naman pagsak ka? Ayan, may mobile phone ako, diba? Meron akong smart dito. Kumuha na ako ng dual SIM. May smart ako dito. So, kapag halimbawa bagsak yung internet, sabi ko, boss, I'm so sorry, I'll be working on my phone. Medyo mabagal lang po yung trabaho ko, but I will be able to submit all the information to you. So, long story short, you need to have your cell phone or you need to have another internet connection para pag bagsak yung primary connection mo, meron ka pa ring way to do your work. Okay? So, ito yung usual requirements ng mga agencies for your second internet connection if you are applying to an agency. So, screenshot nyo po para prepared kayo. Diba? So, next one, computer and laptop. Should you use a laptop or desktop? It really doesn't matter, guys. It really doesn't matter. Ang pinaka-important is yung specs or yung requirements niya. So, for people on a limited budget right now, starters ka pa lang, kulang pa yung budget, then, pupunta kayo sa isang store, please request for this. Screenshot niyo po. Bigyan niyo lang yung screenshot dun sa person at the counter para kahit pa paano ito yung bibigay. Kung kaya niyo na umakit niya ng konti, please try to. Pero kung wala na talagang budget and you need to start, you can screenshot and show this to the person at the counter. On the other hand, guys kung wag kayo mag-i-invest ng malaki sa computer kung wala pang trabaho, please don't do that. Ay, kuha muna kayo ng trabaho. Tapos, hiram kayo ng laptop, mag-apply kayo. Tapos, pag tapos na kayong, nakuha nyo na yung trabaho, secured na kayo, doon na kayo mag-invest sa good computer. If may budget kayo, mangutang kayo or whatever, it doesn't matter. If you want to have or have the capacity to invest in a good computer, these are the minimum requirements that you can get. Kahit pa paano, as a beginner, you can be assured that whatever task you do, hindi ka mag-aalala. Okay? So, take a screenshot, bigyan nyo na siya dun sa counter ng mga computer stores and they will be able to provide a quotation from you. Okay? For you. Joke lang. So, Gilmore po yung secret kung nandito ka sa Maynila. Gilmore po yung secret. Okay? Next one, accessories. So, for accessories, if you are like me and hindi na, parang talagang in-invest ko yung skills ko na hindi ko kailangan ng calls, I just need to have my headset. Okay? Headset lang po. And if, for example, Eh, hindi ko na kailangan ng voice cancellation. So, kahit naririnig ng boss ko yung aso, and yung anak ko umiiyak siya, it doesn't matter. Kasi, in the end, I am in a non-voice account. I just report to the CEO because he wants to get my feedback. But, in the end, kailangan ko lang ng headset tsaka mic. Now, sometimes, some companies would require you a webcam. So, hindi nyo kailangan ng super gandang webcam. Pwede na kayo mag 720p camera. Kung hindi nyo alam kung ano ibig sabihin yan, pakita nyo lang dun sa person at the counter. Makukuha niya ngayon sa'yo. The other one is going to be your cellphone. Yes, guys, pwede nyo gawing webcam yung cellphone nyo. Hindi ko may experience sa course na to kasi syempre may setup siya, but long story short, pwede nyo gamitin yung cellphone nyo as a webcam. So syempre, kailangan nyo ng mouse and keyboard kung gamit nyo ay desktop. So yan, ito lang yung mga typical accessories that you use. So heads up, kung halimbawang aim nyo is a non-voice account, headset is totally fine with most companies. Okay? So, let's talk about your online profile. So, syempre, binuild mo na yung skills mo. Syempre, pinipare mo yung equipment mo. So, ano yung susunod na problem? So, the problem that you're solving when you're building your online profile is that, isipin mo to, you want to get hired by someone halfway across the world. Or kung may VA siya na nasa Pilipinas, you're trying to convince that other Filipino who is halfway across the Philippines to hire you. And the thing is that, makakapag-meet up ba kayo in person similar to if you go to an interview sa typical office na, di ba usually sa office, pupunta ka sa office, hi po ma'am, sir, shake hands, ano pong kailangan mo mag-dress well ka, ganyan. But you'll never meet the person in person. So, online lahat. And then at the same time, they've never met you. How on earth are they even able to find you? Diba? They're halfway across the world. You're here in whatever country, whatever location you are in the Philippines right now, staring on your computer. How is someone in the US supposed to find me and to figure out that, i-hire kita? So basically, how can you show people that you are a good fit? In fact, what you should answer when you build your online profile is, why should they work with you? So the first online profile that you will be building is your resume. If there's anything you will invest on, it is your resume. And I will teach you how to optimize your resume. Kahit na beginner ka, there are so many tools that are going to be helping you. So don't worry about it. I'll teach you how to update your resume on day 3. So just to give you an idea, yung resumes, yung typical na alam natin is that, yung papel, di ba? Tapos may mga susulat ka ng mga skills mo, etc. Now, some companies require you to make a cover letter, portfolio, or video introduction. So, most of them do not. Okay? Huwag na kayong mag-alala. Some of them do not, but some of them do. Okay? Yung mga higher paying mga higher paying jobs, they usually require you to do a portfolio or video introduction kasi they're really going to invest on you. So, gusto nilang ma-make sure na tama yung tao na i-hire nila. So, before you think about it, resume muna. Kasi, when you look at your resume right now, this is considered as a sneak peek. Okay? Sneak peek to ng isang tao in another country to be able to figure out what is the quality of your work. Okay? Tingnan niyo yung resume niyo na right now. Pangit ba yung font? Ay, ibig pa sabihin nun, pangit yung trabaho ko? Ay, hindi ba aligned lahat ng mga fonts ko? Ay, ibig pa sabihin nun, hindi ka rin marunong, wala kang attention to detail? Ay, yung picture ko na to, hindi siya professional. Yung sexy photo ko ba? Magpa-flirt ko ba sa lahat ng mga tao sa office? Diba? Syempre, ayokong i-hire ka. So, long story short, your resume speaks of you. Syempre, paano kung yung resume mo nakasulat doon, loves to eat? May mga tao na gano'n, nakasulat doon, loves to eat. Guys, magtatrabaho po tayo, hindi po tayo kakain. Gusto ko po yung isulat mo doon yung skills mo. Or if they put their skills on your resume, parang hindi siya maayos. So don't worry, I'll teach you how to optimize it. But long story short, your resume speaks of the quality of your work. I don't know how many resumes I've seen, but if your instance that you just take one look at your resume and you're like, nope, ayoko po, wag po. Or for example, tita mo yung resume, ayoko po yung resume na to, hindi niya pinaghirapan, quality of work, pangit. So invest on your resume because people who interview, companies, CEOs who are looking for their first hire, kasi gumaling na yung company nila, they will look at your resume and they will say, uy, ganda ng work nito, ganda ng resume, i-hire ko nga to. So yun the quality of your resume speaks of the quality of your work. So kaya sabi ko sa inyo, invest on your resume. Okay? Invest on your resume and we will talk about that on day 3. Okay? So, there are still more things besides the resume na kailangan consider. Like for example, pupunta ka sa Upwork, online jobs, ganyan-ganyan, tapos i-upload yung profile niya. Pero huwag na natin pag-isipan yun, diba? Siyempre, day 1 pa. Day 3 na natin pag-isipan yun. Wala pa tayo, hindi pa natin na-verify yung skills natin. So, huwag muna tayo mag-jump dun sa pag-apply. Let's first take time, slow down, and figure out what are the steps that we can do before we start applying. Okay? So, yan. So, ito, wala na akong oras na gawin yung slide. So, ganyan na lang muna siya. So, interview. Okay. So, sa pag-interview, years ago, syempre mali yung spelling ko ng problem, diba? So, ayusin natin yung word yan. Wala na kasi akong oras na para gawin yung slide na to. So, please bear with me. Ganyan na lang siya. Yan. So, yan. Interview. When you do an interview, ano yung secret niya? And when I did the interview years ago, and as I continue to do my interviews even up until now, there are only 3 questions that you need to master. Kasi if you master these 3 questions, if you know how to answer these 3 questions, kahit anong iba tong question sa'yo, ay pabibo ka pa rin. Maganda yung energy mo throughout the interview. So the first question is, tell me about yourself. The second question is, what are your strengths and weaknesses? And the third question is, why should we hire you over everyone else? O, diba? Ang hirap ng questions. Okay. So, tell me about yourself. And tell me about yourself, what we tend to look at when an applicant is explaining things is, who are you? Ano yung quality of personality mo? Diba sabi ko sa simula, what we look for is character and personality. Tell me about yourself. Ang dami sinasabi dyan online, but long story short, tell me about yourself gives me a sneak peek kung what type of person are you. Are you someone that is proactive? Are you someone that is passionate? Or are you someone na magsasabi na, I am a hardworking person. Sir, if you give me a task, I will make sure that I will provide it to my fullest. Sir, I will make sure po na if you give me this task, I will follow instructions to a letter. I am hardworking. I am a good problem solver, etc. Guys, never do that. Never do that, because that shows for me that you do not know yourself. Yun lang yun. So do not ever use those types of answers to tell me about yourself, because it shows, number 1, you did not prepare. Number 2, you do not know yourself. And therefore, if you don't know yourself, paano kung matatrust na aalamin mo lahat nun sa company, diba? So don't worry, on day 3, I will teach you how to answer these types of questions. Second question is strengths and weaknesses. So I love this question. Day 3, pag-usapan natin yon. And lastly is going to be, why should we hire you? Basically, why should we hire you is my favorite question, because that gives me an opportunity to stand out. Kasi yun yung best question ko, kasi kahit na wala akong experience, guys, please hire me and I will convince you why. Yun. So I'll explain this also in day 3. It is a big topic and I'm really excited to talk about it. So please wait for me in day 3. Explain natin to sa'yo, okay? So yan, big recap tayo. First, please prepare your equipment. I already gave you the recommended specifications. If it's not available, if wala pa kayong available na equipment right now, stay lang kayo dito sa group. I'm going to be throwing activities for you. Practice nyo lang. Baka mamaya magkaroon kayo ng equipment. Uy, hired na kayo, diba? Next one is prepare your skills. So as I mentioned, core skills, learn how to communicate, learn how to organize and present, and number 3, learn how to research. As long as you master these 3 skills, kahit anong hard skills na meron ka, which is going to increase your income, kakayanin mo. Okay? So I hope you can trust me. These 3 skills lang. Okay? So basically, kapag meron kang ginawang na task, tatanong mo sarili mo, did I communicate it well? Did I organize it well? Did I present it well? Did I research properly? Yun lang yung kailangan mong gawin. And trust me, you will always shine kahit kahit yung mga kasama mo sa trabaho, graduate sila. Okay? 3 core skills na kailangan mong alamin. Okay? Next one is your online profile. So guys, as mentioned, halfway across the world yung tao na yun, hindi ka nila makikita in person. Your resume, your online profile speaks of who you are and what it is like to work with you. So please, take the time to make your resume, edit it, look at it and say, oh my God, my resume is my mirror, diba? So since mirror mo yung resume, ayaw mo nang ipakita yung mirror mo na kakagising mo lang, gulo pa yung buhok mo. Ayusin mo naman yung resume mo, diba? Lagyan mo na, paganahin mo naman yung resume nyo. Okay? So long story short, invest in your resume and all of these things, mangyayari yan in the day 3. So yun, kita mo, ang dami ko dinadada, ang dami kong gustong i-share sa inyo. So, dami pang gusto kong share. So, since wala akong oras to share everything, please, follow me on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. Guys, empty pa lang yan right now kasi wala akong oras para ilagay yung mga videos ko doon. But I'm going to slowly fill those up with videos this 2024. Trust me, lahat ng mga videos na yun, yung mga ibang courses, nakatrap yan sa isang 1K course, 2K course, 3K course, guys, free lahat yan. Okay, free lahat yan. Just give me time to be able to, to be able to present, to be able to build all the videos. And guys, kung may oras kayo, guys, yung Starbucks ko maubos na siya. So, may time kayo, may piso kayo dyan, pa-donate kasi para may energy ako para gawin yung videos na yan, okay? So, ayan. Please follow me on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook because this will really help me be able to create more videos for free na hindi ko na siya ilalagyan ng kahit anong payment scheme. Okay, free lahat siya. Just please help me spread the word, everything para matulungan ko kayong lahat na mag-access yung lahat ng ito for free.